now be upgrading our factory Cadillac Escalade radio to a factory navigation system from OEM Auto Parts Co. To do so, you must first remove the dash. You will first need to remove the plate in front of the passenger seat. In order to do so, insert your panel tool along the bottom and pry out. Once you have this out, you can set this aside. You will now want to open the cup holder, put your hands inside the cup holder compartment and pull up. Once you have that done, you can start removing the main dash piece. Now you'll need to remove the main dash bezel. To do so, you'll want to pull out the two bottom tabs and work your way up. Once you have it free, there's two electrical connections you will need to remove. One on either side of the dash bezel. Once you have the bezel removed, you can set that aside. With a 7mm socket, you will now remove the 6 bolts, 3 on either side of the radio. Once you have the 6 bolts out of the radio slides right out. You want to pull on the black antenna shroud, that pops right out. You want to push down on the tabs on each one of the molded connectors and pull those out. There's 4 in total. There may be less than 4 if your vehicle does not have rear entertainment. Once you have the radio removed, you're going to need to install the GPS antenna. In order to do so, this top dash plate will need to be loosened up. You want to insert your panel tool in the center of the dash plate and pry the clips up, working your way out. Once you have the dash loose, you can take your GPS antenna and insert it into the retention slot. Once you have your GPS antenna inserted into the retention slot, you can begin to run the wire. You want to make sure this wire does not interfere with the defroster vents or any other accessories in the car. You're going to want to make sure your GPS antenna is routed through this slot here. Once again, make sure it's not interfering with any of the vehicle's accessories. Once you've routed your GPS antenna wire, you can go ahead and snap the dash plate back into place. Now you'll need to reinstall the dash plate. In order to do so, make sure all the clips are lined up and snap them back into place. Before you install your radio, you'll need to put the brackets on the radio. You'll also need 6 T20 screws and a T20 Torx bit. You will notice you have 2 brackets. One bracket has 2 holes along the top, the other one has a single hole. The one with the 2 holes will be used on the left side of the radio. Once you make sure the holes line up, you can go ahead and put 3 of the T20 screws in on this side of the radio. You can go to the next side of the radio and install the other bracket. Now you're ready to install your factory navigation system. You're going to want to reinsert the 4 molded connectors. This one here on the far right is for rear entertainment. The next one over is vehicle speed sensor and rear camera input. The second one from the left is for radio power. The one to the far left is for the speakers. You will then want to reconnect your USB connection, your GPS antenna, and finally AM/FM antenna. Now you can go ahead and tuck the wires away while you're reinserting the radio into the dash. Once you have the radio in the dash, you can go ahead and reinstall the 6 screws. Now you'll want to reinstall your dash bezel. You'll want to remember to connect these 2 connectors. The first thing to do is lift up on the center console and slide the dash bezel down. The next step will be reconnecting the 2 wires, lining up the air vents, and then snapping the dash bezel into place. Once the dash bezel is snapped into place, you can go ahead and snap the center console back into place. And then take your front passenger side trim piece and snap that back into place. Now you have your new factory navigation system installed.